Hi, Soch friends. Okay, so this is the reading that you're going to use to fill out the chart titled Sanctions and Internalization. Okay? All right, so the easiest way to get here would be to go to the home page, scroll down to Learning Target 11. We did activity 1 and 2 together in the Teams meeting. So if you weren't there, please watch that video. You're going to click activity 3 and click the blue link. You are going to, along with this video, you're going to get a corresponding document that looks like this that you fill out as you listen to me read the page or you read the page. It's up to you. What you're looking for is definition and examples for all of the different types of sanctions, explain how it leads to social control, and provide an example from your life, okay? You also need to be able to define internalization. That's essentially how we internalize what is societal norms and how to adhere to those norms, okay? All right, let's get started. Social control and sanctions. Enforcing social norms through either internal and external means is known as social control. The primary guide for social control in all societies is self-control, which is learned through interacting with society and acquiring knowledge and understanding related to norms agreed upon by society. Individuals who impose sanctions may include authority figures, police officers, courts, religious figures, family members, peers, as well as public opinion, teachers, principals, your boss. All of those people can impose sanctions, okay? Societies are not able to survive unless they have systems and personnel in place to effectively implement systems of social control, or else there's chaos. People think of the purge, just like that. Within society, norms and rules are put into place to ensure that social order exists to protect the stability needed for it to function properly. To implement social control, society offers two solutions: formal and informal sanctions. Sanctions, the vast majority of society follows norms through established understandings or means of internalizing the expectations of society, okay? Internalization is the process by which a norm becomes a part of an individual, processes the norm of an individual's personality, thus conditioning individuals to conform to the expectations established by society. Sanctions are rewards or punishments used to enforce conformity to norms, essentially. Okay, so think about it. When you follow a social norm, you get a reward. When you ignore and defy a social norm, you get a punishment. Easy. For example, the United States attempts to hold a high social norm, on the rights of all humans for the most part. However, in certain regions of the world, the definition of human rights and what those embody may differ from those held here in the United States. As a consequence, the United States may attempt an economic sanction or restriction to deter certain behaviors and influence that country to adhere to the norms the United States believes in, for normal economic activities to resume. So essentially, we're saying, hey, we don't think that you're doing this right. Like, we see grave, I don't know, humanitarian issues or civil rights or human issue violations here. If you don't stop this, we're not going to trade with you. And when we see that you have righted your ways, we'll again economically trade with you, something like that. It's a punishment, right? This is an example of a negative sanction. You will learn more about sanctions in the preceding paragraphs. Okay, here we go. Positive sanctions. Obviously, we know what that is. Those are rewards. Okay. Sociologists call an action that rewards a particular behavior or pattern of behavior a positive sanction. Again, it is a reward of a particular behavior or pattern. Easy. These types of sanctions are very common from an early age through interactions with family members. Consider your own childhood and think about the feelings and actions you experienced when you were rewarded for good behavior, doing well in class, or for doing your chores without being asked. Think about it. Your parents get so excited and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much, Billy, for taking out the trash." And um Jontel, it's so amazing that you have all A's. Oh my gosh, good job, girlfriend. Here's $5. Okay? Positive sanctions exist outside of the household as well. Teachers react favorably to students who adhere to deadlines and submit high quality work reflective of their potential. And thus, those students earn good grades. The good grades are reward for the hard work. Positive sanctions are also seen in adulthood. For example, in employers providing raises and bonuses for highly productive employees which exhibit passion and dedication of their work. In athletics, fans and teammates cheer participating athletes, for doing a job well done. Yay, you hit the three-pointer. Woo woo. Okay. Some other examples of positive sanctions include earning rewards, awards, badges, recognition, trophies, even having ceremonies to encourage society's norms. In the scenarios provided above, acquiring wealth or winning athletic competitions are societal norms that are revered. Okay? All right, negative sanctions right here. Positive sanctions alone do not always ensure conformity to norms of society. Society uses negative sanctions to discourage undesired behavior. A negative sanction is a punishment used to enforce conformity in society. Okay, we want people to adhere to societal norms. In many cases, the threat of punishment is used to deter certain behaviors from occurring. One such example is a vehicle is being towed or ticketed for parking in a zone that parking is not allowed. In addition, individuals in the United States typically understand that no parking signs are placed in areas for which warn potential of if you park here, you're going to get a ticket. Okay? And the ticket is a consequence for breaking this is societal norm. Easy. However, if the threat of punishment is not enough to deter the behavior from occurring or to promote conformity, the negative sanction is not likely to prevent the behavior from occurring. For example, towing a vehicle parking in a no parking zone may be less successful, maybe more successful than giving a $25 ticket. Sometimes if the punishment doesn't fit the crime, then people are going to do the crime again and again. There is a correlation between the sanction and the likelihood of the norm breaking behavior. When it comes to negative sanctions, typically the behavior fits the infraction. In other words, serious infractions receive a punishment that reflects the seriousness of the norm that was broken. If you are speeding, you get a $65 ticket. If you steal a candy bar, you have to donate 2 hours of community service. If you murder someone, you're spending your life without the chance of parole in prison. Okay. Formal sanctions and informal sanctions, just really quickly. In addition to being positive or negative, a sanction can be formal and informal. A formal sanction is a reward or punishment given by a formal organization or agency, such as the FBI, local law enforcement agencies like police officers, the Department of Natural Resources, the DNR, schools, businesses, churches, things like that. Negative formal sanctions includes low grades in school, academic suspensions or expulsion, concluding a contract of employment, you're fired, you're fired, you're fired, or fines and imprisonment. Most establishments possess means of formal sanctions which are well understood for, like, you know, organizations above. Sorry. Informal sanctions, and we're finished. Formal sanctions play a major role in keeping social stability. However, the majority of norms are enforced informally. Informally. Think of all the things that we learn from our parents, from our peers, from school, these lower level things. That's where a bulk of our internalization comes from, okay? An informal sanction consists of a spontaneous expression of approval or disapproval given an individual or a group. Positive informal sanctions include standing ovations, yay, brava, the end of a performance or at a concert, compliments from a stranger or a random individual. Oh my gosh, your hair is so amazing. Smiles or pats on the back for doing a job well done. Thank you for getting your assignment handed in correctly. And here's a gift. Negative variations of informal sanctions include gossip, insults, exclusion from particular groups, just to name a few. For instance, if you are not sharing your toys in first and second grade, literally the kids will stop playing with you. You'll be over here by yourself playing on the end of the carpet, and everybody else is over there. Informal sanction, easy peasy, right? If you aren't texting your significant back right, like, if you're not engaging and communicating thoroughly with your significant other, they're going to break up with you. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helps. All you have to do now is come over to your chart, start filling it in. What's an example of what's the definition of a positive sanction? Easy. What's an example? Easy. How does this lead to social control? Please remember to refer back to the reading if needed, refer back to this recording if needed. You have to read this little snippet to answer these questions right here. Good luck. Submit this. There's going to be a submission button right here. All right. Good luck.